Chelsea 3, Malmö 0. A dreadful first half, but a good second half with 3 goals by Olivier Giroud, Ross Barkley and Callum Hudson-Odoi that helped Chelsea progress into the round of 16 in the Europa League. To find out everything about the game, our shocking first half, why we struggled so much and our much improved second period, be sure to watch this review until the end. Hello there guys and welcome back to 100% Chelsea for my review of the Chelsea 3 Malmö 0 game in the round of 32 in Europa League. And yeah, I mean, we are through to the next round. It wasn't pretty. I think the result makes it look a lot better than it was, especially the first half was absolutely shocking. But at the end of the day, all that matters is that we're through, and especially after we scored our first goal, we were pretty decent tonight, so I can't really complain all too much. I'm happy, let's see who we get in the next round, obviously with the draw taking place tomorrow. Of course, this is the review, there will be fan cams, there will be a vlog, all sorts of content surrounding the game, as there is for every single game, so if you don't want to miss out on any of that, please be sure to subscribe to 100% Chelsea, and let's also see whether we can hit 400 or more likes on this video. That would help us out a lot and be massively appreciated, so please be sure to smash the like button down below. We're now getting straight into the review and starting it off with the lineup, and it was pretty much exactly what I predicted in the preview yesterday. Willy Caballero was of course in goal, with Kepa Arrizabalaga being out with a hamstring problem. The back four consisted of Azpilicueta as the right back, Emerson Palmieri as the left back, a centre back two of Antonio Rudiger and Andreas Christensen, then a midfield three of Mateo Kovacic as the regista or the deep lying playmaker. N'Golo Kanté was in the team as the right centre midfield, and Ross Barkley started as the left, on the left side of our midfield three, with the front three being Willian on the left, Callum Hudson-Odoi on the right. He did get the start like I, thought he would do. Like he kind of had to, because Pedro was out and we weren't going to start Hazel tonight. And obviously Olivier Giroud started up front. And like I said already, to be honest, the entire first half was absolutely shocking, especially the first half an hour though, like absolutely dreadful. I mean, Malmö were the much better team. They were so much better than us, like they did in the first leg. They did press early on. They did the same thing in the first leg, but in the first leg we kind of found a way around it after a little while, after maybe 10-15 minutes or so. Today that took us half an hour, and they just kept pressing because they were like, all right, I mean, we're doing quite well here. And they did create a few chances for themselves. I mean, I don't actually think any of their kind of chances were actually properly threatening for Willy Caballero in goal, but they were still decent chances, especially the one when Callum Hudson-Odoi just out of nowhere just picked out the useless back heel right to the opponent, and from that basically they almost scored, as it led to Rosenberg absolutely skinning Antonio Rudiger at the edge of the box. Also N'Golo Kanté being caught in absolute no man's land in a massive just key of or line of miscommunication in their team. It was just dreadful, but thankfully Rosenberg put his effort just wide of target. And I mean, we had kind of two half chances by Olivier Giroud early on, one that came by a cross from Kanté and he just put the header way over the bar. But other than that, we did absolutely nothing in that first half an hour. And it was so obvious to see that without Kepa, I think Kepa makes a much bigger difference than people think he does in our style of playing, because he's so good on the ball. And, Caballero, whether he keeps his balls on the floor, whether he kicks them long, he's just nowhere near as accurate as Kepa is. And that's why we lose the ball a lot easier and a lot quicker, which is obviously a little bit annoying. And also, David Luiz not playing and Jorginho not playing. Without those three players, we are a lot worse, at keeping the ball, especially when the opponent obviously presses us. And, we struggled a lot with that. And Malmö, did well to kind of, well, at least try to expose us on it. And fair play. And by the way, there is no criticism of Christensen that played instead of David Luiz or Kovacic that played instead of Jorginho. It's just stating that, these players, David Luiz and Jorginho, are sometimes criticised very heavily just because a lot of people don't see that value to the team. That's what I think is going on. I think, arguably Christensen and David Luiz is the best centre-back partnership. But, we'll just have to wait and see what happens there in the future. But like I say, after around half an hour, we finally managed to get into the game a little bit more. Azpilicueta had a chance with, with just over half an hour gone from a corner when he kind of slid in, into the ball in the 6-yard box and got his effort on target. Not a great effort, but he did get it on target, although the keeper did manage to keep it out. To be completely honest though, I'm not sure whether we got into the game more because Malmö stopped to press as much, maybe because they got a little bit tired, or whether it was always their plan to stop the press a little more after around half an hour, or whether they stopped the press because we got into the game a lot more. I'm still not quite sure on that. I'd have to rewatch the game to properly figure that one out. And for the rest of the first half, yes, we had more control and we kind of controlled more what was happening on the pitch. But while Malmö didn't have any more chances, we didn't do a lot either, in all honesty. I mean, Barkley had a shot from the edge of the box that took a slight deflection and, ended up being a comfortable save for the keeper. But to be honest, that was it. And that was half-time at 0-0. And like I said, it was a shocking first half. But getting into the second half, to be honest, it didn't start any better. We had more control like we did towards the end of the first half, but we just didn't create anything until the 55th minute when Mr. Europa League himself, Olivier Giroud, made it 1-0. But that goal was all N'Golo Kanté's. That was all him. incredible work by him. Incredible work as he picked up a loose ball in midfield by storming past two Malmö players, basically just outpacing them in midfield to get to the loose ball. Then he drove the ball forward, basically from way inside our own half until maybe 30 yards from the opponent's goal when he played in Willian down the left, who put in a very nice, first time kind of low but bent around the defence cross right onto Olivier Giroud, who also made a good run into the box and left Giroud with a very easy tap in from close range. And that was 1-0, a very nice goal. A goal that, Maurizio Sarri likes to see. That is Sarri ball, kind of, to an extent. That is Sarri ball, not passing the ball sideways. That's not what Sarri actually wants to see. It's picking up on the loose ball with kind of pressing, picking up on that, being very good at that, moving the ball forward very quickly, whether that's with 2 or 3 passes or if you have space running, doesn't really matter to Sarri. Playing out wide and then ending up in a goal with a very easy finish for the striker. That's what Sarri wants to see, and we did do that today for that goal, and that was very nice. And after that goal, we finally started to play some better football. It was a lot better. I mean, I'm not sure whether it gave us some much needed confidence, but we certainly improved a lot. I mean, we played a lot quicker, we played a lot more direct. You just seemed a lot more confident. Our passing got better immediately. It was good. And then to properly kill the game off in the 73rd minute, Malmö's defender Bengtsson got sent off with a second yellow card for a foul on Emerson right at the edge of our box. And to make things even worse for Malmö, Ross Barkley stepped up to take that very free kick and scored with an absolute beauty of a free kick, quality free kick from a very difficult distance because it was very close to the box, and from that range it's very difficult to get it over the wall and back down again to basically hit the target. But he did so very well. Not a lot of pace on his strike, but perfectly accurate into the top left corner. Very nice goal, but that was actually Ross Barkley's last action of the game, as right after that we made a double substitution as Ruben Loftus-Cheek came on for N'Golo Kanté and Jorginho was replacing Ross Barkley. Jorginho obviously came on as the regista, with Kovacic moving forward to the left centre midfielder spot and Ruben Loftus-Cheek, properly replacing Kanté as the right centre midfielder. And actually find it a bit odd that Ruben in recent weeks seems to play at the right centre midfielder spot a lot more than on the left, even though he's been barely been fit. But whenever he's come on as a substitute, he's mostly played there, which I found a bit strange because I think he's a lot better suited to the LCM, and that's where we need him a lot more as well. But we won the game 3-0, so I'm not complaining at all today. And then a couple of minutes after that, Ethan Ampadu also got a few minutes on the night, which was very good. And smartly so by Sarri, he actually took off Cesar Azpilicueta for him, which is obviously good because Azpilicueta has pretty much played every game. He came on, off for the last 10 minutes against United, which we all find very questionable. But, Azpilicueta pretty much plays every game. So, it was good that he came off and, Ampadu, even though it isn't his natural position, he can also play right back. And he came on and did a decent job for the last 10 minutes. But, of course, that is still missing a goal as Callum Hudson Odoi made it 3-0 in the 84th minute with a quality switch of play by William from the very left-hand side of the pitch to the very right to Hudson Odoi in acres of space. And then the youngster, to be honest, he just went straight for goal after making his way into the box and then just hit a pacey shot into the bottom far corner and, and scored basically. I mean, the keeper did get a touch on it, but couldn't keep it out. To be honest, he really should have saved it, but he didn't, and we made it 3-0. Hudson Odoi scored, so happy days. I can't really complain with that. As bad as the first half was, I can't complain with that. And to be honest, we actually almost made it 4-0 a few minutes later as well when Hudson Odoi did well to play Loftus-Cheek, who did then well to get round his defender, but then couldn't beat the keeper from a very tight angle and basically just shot it straight at his chest because the angle was just too tight. And to be honest, that was then full-time with 3-0. Obviously, in aggregate, it was a 5-1 victory with the 2-1 away win, obviously, last week in Malmö. And yeah, I mean, here we are. The draw is taking place tomorrow. And performance-wise, it's difficult to say because everyone was shocking in the first half and pretty much everyone was a lot better in the second half. There's not much else to say. I mean, Hudson Odoi had on and off periods in the game, was very good at times, had a few sloppy mistakes at times, but, that's lack of game time. If he plays more, he cuts out those silly mistakes, in my opinion. So, I still think he should, get more game time. Will he play against City? Probably not. But yeah, I mean, they all did all right. None of them did great. But in the first half, they were, to be honest, all shocking. I don't really know what much else more to say because it was Malmö. It was the round of 32 in Europa League. Yes, we won and we're through, and that is nice. But to be honest, we were always expected to beat Malmö. And, with conceding that late goal in the first leg, we made it a lot more difficult than it needed to be. And that first half today was absolutely shocking, like I keep saying. And, we shouldn't make too much out of beating Malmö 3-0 today. But, it is good. We're now on to the very, very big game on Sunday against Manchester City in the League Cup final. Will we do anything in that? Probably not. Is it success if we concede less than 6 goals? I mean, let's not go into it that way. Maybe we can pull something off and somehow win the cup. Maybe, Guardiola will, you know, prioritise the league, and then we feel the stronger team than they do, and then maybe we can somehow beat them. That would obviously be great. But to be honest, that's really it from me. Leave me all of your thoughts on the game down in the comment section below. You know, who was your man of the match? Was it Hudson Odoi? Was it someone else? Let me know down in the comment section below. What was your favourite goal? I'd say mine was the first one, simply because I just like the build up of it, Kante and then William with the nice cross. And yeah, like I said in the beginning, let's see whether we can hit 400 or more likes in this video. That would be massively appreciated, so please be sure to smash the like button down below. Of course, don't forget to check out my social media, which is Last57 on both Instagram and Twitter, as you can see over here, and also the links to both of them is down in the description, as well as the link to my personal channel, which, you know, I have restarted this week. If you didn't see the preview to this game, I did do that. So, you know, if you haven't subscribed to that yet, if you haven't checked it out, please go check it out and subscribe with the card up there or the link in the description. I would be massively grateful for that. So yeah, you know, just hit 600 subscribers. That'd be great if we could hit, you know, 1,000 in the next few days. That would be absolutely class. But yeah, and obviously this is 100% Chelsea. This is, you know, where you get all the, basically everything that you need surrounding Chelsea Football Club, all sorts of content that you need. You know, so if you haven't subscribed to 100% Chelsea yet, please do so. And also don't forget to hit the notification bell button and choose to be notified about all uploads so you don't miss any of the future videos. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Up to Chelsea, and I'll see you next time.